Welcome to the Sparky Coach podcast. We are built by Sparkies for Sparkies. Our vision is clear: make money, build wealth, be kind. Our mission is deliberate. We help electrical, solar, and aircon business owners generate revenue, drive profits, and control their time. If you would like to hear more about our program, please reach out. I'll chuck the link in the show notes and enjoy the podcast. We always hope it's beneficial for your business. We hope it cuts through noise and helps you understand what's important and what's non-negotiable. Thanks so much for all your support so far. We appreciate you. We love you. Enjoy the podcast. We are in part 4 of 5 simple ways to make more money in your electrical business, in your solar business, in your aircon business, basically in your service business. These rules typically apply to anytime you're in the labor and materials game. And the service industry, typically for electricians, is the labor and materials game. If you're aircon or solar, you're probably moving a 70-30 split, or even home automation, a 70-30 split of labor materials. That is, that materials are 70% of the bill and labor is 30%, generally speaking, and electrical is the other way around. So if you're in the aircon, solar, or automation game, labor is a Trojan horse for money. So it's like, I'm breaking even on my money. I'm just making a bit of money. Bad! Here comes the materials with a margin. And 20% of a higher number is in fact a higher number. So if you're in the electrical game, you really got to watch that hourly rate. And if you're in the solar, aircon, or automation game, you've just got another revenue stream of serious wow coming at you. Encourage everyone to get around that. I love numbers so much, and I'm still learning so much. I sit with a lot of people, and I'm still learning a lot. So you can. There's no end to learning about numbers. It's crazy. All right, so this is step 3, net profit across ongoing jobs. The last episode, which was part 3, we discussed an ongoing job and how they're the hardest to measure because they go for so long. And if you're heavy loaded early on your progress claims, that is, the claims exceed your expenditure, you will think you're absolutely cooking. You'll just think you're printing money up in here. I got money in the account, started the job. Yeah, let's go. And then sometimes it's not until you get to the end of the job and you're still sending labor and materials, but you've exhausted the quote, you've exhausted the variations, you've exhausted the progress claims. That's when you can really come unstuck. That's when you can get caught. And not only at the end of the job, but also the post-care of the job, going back to callbacks. It's crazy the things you can get caught in over time. I remember I had sold the business at this point and I had moved into the coaching industry, and I was 1,000 miles away, Vanessa Carlton style, from my OG hometown. And I get this email saying the fire rating was defected. And we try to do some fire rating ourselves. Probably not the ideal thing to do. Have you ever done something like that? And then I had to pay someone $3,500-4,000 to come and redo this fire rating we were doing in this block of 13 units in Crowe. And it was just like, wow, that was $4,000 I didn't expect that was going to happen, but it did happen. So really watch the care on site. You've got to be careful with what you do on site. Now, if you caught the first part, we chatted about revenue, which is basically the original quote and capturing all your variations. Such an important part of not just every single job, of course it is, but every single ongoing job, an absolutely huge part of it. Now, in your original quote, it's so important to basically put it through a price book and also put it through a labor materials check to make sure le carpet matches le drapes. To make sure, yes, I can do it for that. And when you assign a labor and materials portion to it, you'll look at it and you'll have what's left with like an hours. This job's gonna take 1,000 tradie hours and 1,000 apprentice hours, or 100 tradie hours and 100 apprentice hours, or 50 subby hours, or whatever it is, you're gonna be left with hours. Now, this is, if you take one thing and one thing only out of this podcast, take this away. You wanna reframe your mind around this. And I know we talk about paid versus allocated hours in labor efficiency. That's coming up next podcast. But you want to be basically in a project, you have budgeted hours. So So if you've allowed 1,000 hours, that's the budgeted hours. You have budgeted that this job is going to take 1,000 hours. Now, the importance of a budget with your personal finances. Now, I don't want to skip over this. Don't skip over this. Do not skip over this, because most of us don't run off a personal or business budget, but you really should. So first and foremost, if you pay yourself a market wage and take your profits monthly or quarterly, which is my preferred way to do things, you will know how much money you earn. If you don't know how much money you earn and you're taking drawings or just taking sporadic payments, you can spend whatever the hell you want, because there's no accountability to work towards a budget, because you don't know how much money you take, because you just take what you want when you want. It's crazy. If you're not chipping into your super from 20, this is absolutely psycho. You need to change. Doesn't matter how old you are, it's a habit. It's not about age. Oh, I'm 42, I'm 50, it's too late now. It's not too late to turn your life around. If you were, as an employee, if you were an employee and you were getting 10, 12% super, whatever it was back then, from 18 to 60, you would have millions of dollars in your superannuation come 60, 65, just from sheer input and compound interest. If you don't have that, that's not good enough. And I don't say that to discourage you. I say that to encourage you. Change from here. You need to know what's coming in so you can work to a budget. A budget is essentially, do you know what a budget is? It's a bit of a dirty word, and people don't like it because they want to get their avocado on toast and I want some pepper on that. Give me the salt and pepper. I want avocado on toast. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious, delicious. Why have it at home when you can have it out for $50? And that's most people's opinion of a personal budget. Are you telling me I can't have the toast? Are you telling me that I'm going to have Vegemite, not avocado? What are you saying? Don't listen to this guy. A budget, peel it back. A budget is simply you telling your money where to go. Otherwise, it's going to leave. A budget simply you taking control of your money and you deciding where it's going to go. Have you ever got to the end of a year, a decade, and been like, Fat Tony style, where's the money? When am I going to get the money? My Simpsons guys are going like, yes, 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 yes. Everyone else is like, who's Fat Tony? It's crazy. So it's super interesting. A budget is just you telling your money where to go so you don't wonder where it is. If you looked at your calendar, let's go into time budgeting. A calendar is a time budget. So your calendar is basically you telling yourself where I'm going to spend my time. If you've ever gotten to the end of the day, week, month, year, and been like, oh, I've been so busy. Do you know I'm the busiest person that's ever lived? I actually not sure in the history of mankind, however many billions of years I've been around, no one's ever worked harder than me. I'm just so busy. I'm so busy. And if you're not driven by a calendar, by your non-negotiables, you can spend your time, guess what? You can spend it anywhere. If you've got no role or no job description today, you can do whatever the hell you want. There's no accountability. A calendar is basically you telling your time where you want it to go. So picture me with no calendar and I get a phone call. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. Nah. Yeah, I'll do whatever the hell I want. Because I got nothing booked in. I got nothing booked in. So picture it personally that you got nothing on a Friday night and your friend calls you. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, let's go. I'd love to go see that band. I'd love to go to the pub. I'd love to grab some dinner. I'd love to go surfing. Let's do it. I got nothing booked in. Now let's say that same friend calls you and you're going out for dinner. Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. I can't do it because I've got something on. Do you see the difference? So your calendar, if it's booked like it should be, if it's booked and cooked, and yes, there's some gaps in there, I'm not saying that, and someone asks you to do something that's not on your non-negotiable list, that's not on your calendar, oh, cool, I'd love to, I've just got something on. So a calendar is you telling your time, this is where to go. And if you aren't working to a calendar, I can promise you, you're just frying your hours on a fry pan. No, 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 no. Just turn the gas up. Just fry them. Who cares? Who cares? Just do whatever the hell you want. It's psycho. Not living with a personal budget is psycho. Not living to a time budget is psycho. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the hell does this have to do with 5 simple ways to make more money in my electrical business? I'll tell you that the quote, the proposal, whatever you want to call it's cool. It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. Whatever you want to call it, there is a budgeted amount of hours and a budgeted amount of materials. You need to know that. You need to know that. Quoting at night time, quoting in a rush, quoting like you're pissing in the wind is not good enough. You know this. You already know this. But when you get tired, when you get busy, when you get distracted, when you're very time poor, when you're actually poor in your bank account, when you've got stresses and life coming at you, you can make some what? Go with me. What can you make? If you're under stress and you're under pressure and you're under tension and you've got everything coming at you from all angles, you can make some bad decisions. Good people making bad decisions. Great people making bad decisions. Excellent people making bad decisions. Now, how many bad decisions do you reckon you can make before it really starts to affect you? In the project world, in the ongoing job world, you get in bed with the wrong client, you get in bed with the wrong job, you get in bed with the wrong staff members. Come on now. Let's go. Come on. Let's talk about it. You get in bed with the wrong staff members on the right job, you're going to land yourself in some hot water. Where's Pinchy? Pinchy's having a bath. He's cooked. Let's eat him. Crazy. So it's so interesting. You know, the other day we were doing the shopping and I had this list and I've got chocolate on the list. Let's get some chocolate. I've been making heaps of cookies and I love making cookies. I'm a bit of a baker. I do really enjoy baking. I bake with the boys and I'm baking lots of stuff, but cookies are my favorite. If you want the ideal cookie recipe, let me know. So I make these cookies and I'm maybe the only one. Like, we had this list and I had chocolate on a list and Elodie was like, what are we making cookies for? Are they for the boys or are they for you? And let's be honest here. I'm eating 80 to 90% of these cookies and I'm eating as much dough as I possibly can because everyone knows the dough is the absolute godsend best. What a time. And I'm eating these cookies and I'm just going like, nom, 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 nom. And here's the thing. If I don't have a cookie budget, two's my max. I'm maxed out at 2. I'm maxed out at 2. I can do whatever the hell I want. Why am I even making cookies in the first place if I'm the only one to eat them? Guess where they sit? In a jar upstairs. What are we talking about cookies for? It's because if they're there, I'll eat them. If they're there, I'll eat them. What can you relate to with that? What if it's there, you're going to eat it? Now, go with me here on bad staff members. If they're there, you're going to use them. Make no mistake. The wrong staff member is worse than no staff member. The wrong client is worse than, go with me here, say it out loud, say it out loud. The wrong client is worse than no clients at all. Quoting a job terribly is worse than losing the job. It's worse than. It's worse than. So the very fact that cookies are in the jar upstairs, I can go and eat them. If they weren't there, I wouldn't eat them. If you didn't have that staff member on your team, that person with the bad attitude, that person who absolutely sucks, that person who I'm just using just to get out of trouble, just using for a season. Oh yeah, we're just so busy. I just had to. I know they're disrespecting me behind my back. I know they're speaking negatively to other staff members about me. I know they're always late. I know they leave early. I know they do a bad job. I know they failed TAFE. I know. I know that. I know they leave their torch in every roof space going, I know that, but, We need to cut out the buts. We need to cut that out. If they weren't there, you wouldn't use them. And if you were running my business, you would be fired. Let that sink in. If I was in charge, I would fire you over these decisions. And you need to carry yourself with the same dignity, the same ethical compass, the same spirit of morale. Have you ever had a bad, go with me. If you ever had a bad staff member and they leave and then all the stuff comes out, it all comes out, it all pours out. Because a bad staff member, a bad client, it's the iceberg theory, right? What happens with an iceberg? What can you see? Physically, of an iceberg, if you're cruising through Antarctica on the HMAS Titanic, pre-sinking, you're cruising through and you see an iceberg. Guess how much of that iceberg that you can see? You can see 10% of the iceberg. Where's the other 90%? It's under the surface. So if you've got a problematic staff member, I promise you, you can see 10% of the issue. Where's the other 90%? It's bubbling up. It's bubbling around your staff. It's bubbling around your clients. It's bubbling around your admin team. It's bubbling around your headspace at nighttime. When you're having dinner, which should be a peaceful dinner with your partner, it's bubbling around. It's boiling, it's bubbling, it's boiling. And it's like, and have you ever had someone leave and then all the stuff comes up? It all just comes, oh yeah, I meant to tell you that this happened. Oh yeah, fine. Good decision. That guy was cooked. That girl was absolutely cooked. That admin person, I want to go here because this doesn't probably get talked about enough. And in the ongoing project world, you can use some bad people, admin and field staff, on the right client. Too often we talk about non-ideal clients and all builders are dickheads. All commercial clients are dickheads. There's dickheads in every realm of business, every realm of society, every niche market. But sometimes, if we're honest, we're not good enough. And I was speaking to this member who shall remain nameless. This is a member. This is someone actively paying for coaching. So they are committed, they're dedicated, they're lovely, lovely human, lovely guy. And he had this admin that was underperforming. Have you ever had that? I know you're driving like nodding your head. Yeah, CC, no English. Yeah, shut up. He's got this admin that's underperforming, and he's seeing, how much of the issue is he seeing? How much? Just say it out loud. How much is he seeing? He's seeing 10% of the issue. If you can see something, you're seeing 10% of the issue. So he sees some stuff. Have you ever seen some stuff? And he's seen some stuff. He's seeing some stuff consistently. Oh, it's all right. We need them. We need them. We need them. Anyway, push comes to shove. Promise you 18 months down the track. 18 months. Now, if this person was accountable to me, if they had to report to me, if this was my business, if I was running the business and they were the operations manager and they were like, oh, I've got this underperforming staff, it wouldn't be emotional, it'd be factual. This person sucks. This person sucks. This person is cooked. What on earth is going on with you? We've got to get rid of them. There'd be a little bit of urgency. There'd be some urgency because you've got some KPIs. You've got some job description. You've got a job to perform. It's not emotional. I've got a job to perform. No, I can't do that. I've got a calendar. I can't spend that. I've got a business budget. I've got to make money because it's my job. If you just saw yourself as that person, you would be freaking awesome. And then you're selling yourself short. You're being too nice to everyone but you and the business. And without you and the business, guess how many assets there are? 0. The staff are the asset. The clients are the asset. With no business, you don't have staff or clients. If you've got a successful business, but your whole personal life is sinking into the quicksand and you're not happy and it's taking its toll on those around you because you're working so hard, how long is that sustainable for? How long can you keep that up for? How long? I'll tell you how long. Not so long. Anyway, so this person has this underperforming admin. Finally, push comes to shove, let them go. And the course of the next 3 to 6 months was a total nightmare. Total nightmare. So basically, she had been sending labor materials using the staff for her own jobs and her friends' jobs and pocketing the money and making up fake invoices and fake line items on Xero. Can you believe this? And how many business owners, how many are you going through your accounts? Probably not. Someone's probably using your card right now. I don't even know. Beep, 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 beep. You probably lose money right now, somehow, somewhere. This person was stealing and they were hiding it. So I've seen an issue. I've been too kind to confront the issue. I'm too nice. I don't know how to have the hard conversation. I'll just put up with it because that's what nice guys do. That's what nice girls do. We just put up with it. We do. Yeah, standards. I don't really need standards. I'll just put up with that. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It's all good. But this one wasn't so good. 95% of the time, it's not so good. Putting that conversation off, not so good. So they were stealing. Then we dig deeper and we find that she's using the card for groceries and fuel and all this kind of other stuff. And she's paying herself a little bit extra in advance. So you got a nice guy, busy business owner, doing his thing, pushing forward, building the asset, investing into himself, investing into the business, all the while someone else is taking advantage of him. And this is where I want to get to. When we first caught up, he said, I've got an underperforming admin. And it always comes up. In an initial meeting, it's always like, you go through what we call the beast meter and you have to rank your staff in like weapon, very good, good, average, not good. Is there anything under not good? Diabolical, maybe. And he's like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, I know, but I know, but fast forward 18 months, you've got a business owner that's been carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, doing their job after hours, doing their job in hours, getting distracted, getting upset, taking the business home to the dining table because of an underperforming staff member. The underperforming staff member was not only underperforming, they were stealing. And this is typical across having the wrong people. Have the cookies in the cookie jar? Yeah, guess who's going to eat them? You are. Have the underperforming staff? Guess who's going to use them? Guess. You are. Oh, no. I'll just put them with like my head tradie just to give them a hand, just for a little bit. When push comes to shove and the schedule's booked and cooked and the phone rings and you've got to send someone and the easiest person to send is that person, you will do it. Because you put yourself in the pressure cooker for so long, you will make a mistake. You will make a mistake. So one of the most underrated things about projects is that you can have the right job, you can have the right revenue, you can have the right variations capturing, and you can have the wrong people. You can have the wrong people. We're talking about tradie hours and apprentice hours and subby hours and materials making up your break-even rate plus a margin gives you your total. So you talk about, oh, that'll take a tradie 1,000 hours. Yeah, cool. What will it take an average tradie? What would it take a bad tradie? What would it take a pretty good tradie that was really hard to deal with that would eventually cost you that client? What if you put a really good tradie with a really average apprentice that had a lot of attitude, that was really hard to work with for a year? Do you think that tradie is going to be boosted in morale? Or do you think that tradie is going to be, you know what, I've had enough? And how long can you have weapons work with average staff members for? How long? How long can you send your weapon with an average tradie, average apprentice, average subby before push comes to shove and they're out surfing, playing basketball at the park with their kids and they see someone else that they know. Like, oh, how's work going? Yeah, I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not really enjoying it. Yeah. And they can't really articulate why. Here's the thing as a business owner, you know, and you can articulate, and you need to be on top of this. Your tradies, your clients, they won't be able to exactly put their finger on the pulse when it went wrong because your clients will look at it and be like, You're awesome to deal with. The problems are on site, yeah, and they're not just, it's not going to crack. It's not going to crack. It's not going to crack. It's going to crumble. So what used to be an excellent product is now going to be, it's going to go to from excellent to pretty good to good, not as good as it used to be, but still okay. No, it's not quite what it was, but it's all cool. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And it's going to get to average. And it's going to get to bad. And then they're going to be like, oh, we're just moving on. We're going to move on now. No hard feelings. Yeah, we're just going a different direction. Yeah, we're getting a second quote on this one. We're getting a second quote. Now, it's so interesting to be like, how long? How long can your tradie be loving life for? I love my job. I absolutely love my job. And then all of a sudden, 12 months later, they're out. They're out the door. What happened? You had the bad cookie. Well, it's a good cookie. Is there such a thing as a bad cookie? Yes. An overcooked cookie is a bad cookie. They had the bad staff member, the average staff member. We had the average client. We had the great staff member. And the client was an absolute monster. Like a nightmare. Like a T-Rex nightmare coming to eat you. Coming to suck your morale out. And nom, 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 nom. How long? So one thing about projects, when you quote it, you're quoting tradie hours. Or your revenue might be towards a non-ideal client. You're quoting good tradie hours, good apprentice hours, good sub hours, good materials. You're not quoting average. You're not quoting dickhead. You're not quoting, oh, it's all good, it's all good. I just need this one, I just need this one, I just need this one. Got to come good. An ongoing job can cost you 2 to 3 years. For some people, that costs you your business. It costs you your business. It can cost you 2 to 3 years of poor financials, 2 to 3 years of a lot of stress, 2 to 3 years, or it can set you back. You might have the right client. If you lose them, you don't get them back. You don't get another shot at this. You might have the right staff member. You might lose them. You don't get another shot at that person. They're out. The reality of you getting a shot at that ideal client and ideal staff member again is very, 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 very low. Doesn't matter how much you crawl back to them. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean that. I didn't really mean. I didn't know. Cool. Sick. You stuffed up. It's not good enough. They're somewhere else now. And if the place they move to is good, if the client moves to a better electrician, if your staff member moves to a better business owner, they will never leave. So you're not expected to be perfect, but you're expected to be good to pretty good. And it's not worth the risk. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. This is your business. You need to own it. You need to budget your time. You need to have a personal budget. You need to know what money's coming into your account. You need to have a business budget. You need to know where the money's coming from. You need to know, is that money going to keep coming in? Are we going to lose that client by using that staff member there? You need to know this stuff. Your finger's got to be on the pulse. Anything else, not good enough. When we talk about ongoing jobs, the reason so many people fail with ongoing jobs is because there's so many moving parts. And you're sort of at the top as a puppeteer. And you've got to watch that. Most people don't know how to handle it. You got to manage clients, manage staff, manage expectations, manage variations, have a good job management system, have a price book, and all this stuff, you're going to get there. In a 10-year plan, you'll get there. But you might not have it all today. That's all good. But you've got to be on a pathway to getting it together. Your personal finances might be cooked at the moment, but you've got to be on a pathway to getting it together. Your calendar might be cooked at the moment, but you've got to make a decision to get it together. If you don't, who will? No one's coming to save you. Ongoing jobs. Watch using average staff members. Not all revenue is good revenue. Not all variation charges should be charged. Oh, that's probably a topic for another day. But some people go so psycho-aggressive with their variations. They're like, oh, I put an extra clip in. Oh yeah, that site meeting, I only allowed one of those. We had 1.5 of those. Here's $500. And you go so turbo aggressive because you miss the original quote, or you got overwhelmed by some financial thing and you started taking it out on the client, and now the client's had enough, and now you put yourself in a position where you've lost the client, and even if you made money, it wasn't worth it. I really didn't think we were going to go down that path today, but here we are. So now we're going to have to do another session on net profit across ongoing jobs. I've got lots to break down, but I cannot stress to you enough. Make sure you use the right people. Make sure you have the right clients. Make sure you're getting the most and best out of yourself. And may the trade gods bless you as you pursue your God-ordained destiny of making money, building wealth, and being kind. Peace.